Good day to you all over the world, wherever you're watching us at this time. From the Maryland studio of Gandley Television, where we attempt to change the entrepreneurial landscape across the globe, raising good, conscious leaders all over the world. Today we are debating on our program Showcase. Showcase. This is a platform where entrepreneurs with proven records, traceable history, not with any dubious business background or operation. We are looking for people with clean slate of stories. And what a joy this morning we have the founder and the CEO of eTransact Global, Mr. Valentine Obi. In this, Mr. Valentine, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, as part of the introduction, eTransact has a presence in some African countries, particularly Nigeria, for several years now, and also in the United Kingdom. Mr. Valentine, why are you not in the United States?
Well, I mean, the United States is a very large country, and you need to plan well before you enter such a market.
Okay, well, are you planning to come so at any time?
Yes, we're in the process right now, and I believe that very shortly you will hear our drums.
That's wonderful.
In here, yes.
That's beautiful. Now let's go to the beginning of eTransact. How did you come about eTransact? How did you start?
Okay, well, just like any business, there must be a need that you are solving. There must be providing a solution to a problem, for you to set up a business. And in this case, we saw the cash-based economy and cash-based transactions in most African countries as a big challenge, and that is why I begin to brood about how to make change in that environment. It was in that situation that the Lord showed me what to do, and presented me with a solution in 2001 and 2002 on how to design a platform on the mobile phone that will enable people make and receive payment conveniently, securely, and in a cost-effective manner. That was indeed novel. Because I know the challenges that we had. Most people didn't understand that. People were still struggling to understand how to use cell phones in those days in Nigeria. That was the question
I was going to ask you. What were the initial challenges, itches you had?
Yes.
Was it a one flight off? Oh, we just want to do something, then everything was pure.
No, there were challenges. One is adoption. People were not ready. The banks were not ready. The regulators were not ready. They had bigger or daunting challenges. Nobody was thinking about financial inclusion then. And so there was for the regulators, there are nothing to actually lean on to be able to regulate. So we are pioneering this in Africa then. And the challenges also came with infrastructural challenges in countries like Nigeria, where telecommunication is a challenge, power is a challenge. So with those in place, everybody I spoke to said, well, this is a good idea, but we have challenges. Well, as my usual I said, well, if there's a challenge, it means that there's a need, and let's see how we can solve those challenges. So for communication links, we began to build our own radio links across the partners that we wanted to work with. For power, we built our own inverters. to enable, because we need to have a system that is going to run 24/7, and we didn't have the funds to buy huge generators so we had to build inverters. That was in 2002. Cell phones were basically just less than 1 million in the country, but we believe that that is the way to go. I strongly impress in my heart that the cell phone indeed is going to be a tool that people will use to conduct business then and in the future. And I think today it is a reality that this is what is happening.
Viewers, that dream of yours might look very difficult, but listen to Mr. Valentine. You can see that, like they rightly say, a journey of 1,000 years begins with a step. Now, when you started in 2001,
yes,
and you had those challenges, how did you manage?
The first thing is, when we started in 2001, the first thing to do was to build a system.
Okay.
Because it wasn't anywhere, so we had to build it from scratch.
Okay.
And I remember getting to the office and telling the guys that, guys, we have a new mandate to drop everything you're doing. Of course, some of them thought I was crazy. But that was 2001, and then it took us about a year, 2 years in development. And when we finished and we developed and found out everything was working the way we believe, then we invited the banks, to, of course they didn't believe. But then what we did was like, look, you don't pay a dime. We believe in what we wanted to do. And we're going to give you all the servers and equipment at no cost for 45 days. And if at the end of 45 days it doesn't work, return it, and then you don't have to pay anything. Well, to the glory of God, nobody returned it because everything worked as we designed. And that's how it started. So the challenges were there, but the law was on our side, and we were able to prove indeed that this can work. They can send. This was in 2003 now, because the company became official in 2003. That's when we went to the market.
Now, this takes us to a question about ask earlier on. What was your background in the business? Were you in the financial institution, or were you in the IT?
No, I was in the IT industry.
Okay.
And actually in the software industry.
Okay.
I was working with the Sybase then, and then I was representing Sybase in Nigeria and across West Africa.
Okay.
And so I understand software.
Okay.
And I was able to get my team together to make sure that we designed a system that, though local, but globally acceptable. And that was so because in the same 2002, after we finished the design, we became the first African IT company to receive the Computer World Honors Award in the Silicon Valley.
Okay.
And that also gave us a lot of. I said, well, if they can see what we're doing and recognize us in this way, then I think we're on the right track. We're motivated, and that's how it started.
Great. So you started your operation in Nigeria, but you got global recognition from Silicon Valley. The team you assembled in 2000, how were you able to select the right people? What was the vision? What did you tell them? How did they run with you?
Well, I know that a lot of them first, they just like any other person, you wonder, I'm sure this is the right thing. We've not seen this done anywhere before, and how we're going to try to make it happen. Yes, I know couple of my guys were, but when they listen to what I shared with them, and when they they became believers. They understood, and also they saw the challenges with me, and they believed also, look, we need to make a change in what is in the environment. No doubt it cost us a lot, because for many months some of us never got paid, because we didn't have money. There was no income coming in, and but they stood with me. They believe that is the right cause, and open to it. Now, remember that some of my staff in those days were people I took right from school. When they were students, I brought them into the company, and they worked with me. And when they went back to school and they finished from school, they came in full time into the company, and so had a history of working together. And they believe in the vision, and they believe that this is something that we have to do. Even though no money yet, but we believe it's going to work. And I think that has come to pass, that indeed it's working.
Oh, congratulations, Mr. Valentine.
Thank you.
Now let's take us to another question. Across the globe, we've seen a lot of Nigerians messing up. Internet fraud, Yahoo boys. What is your advice to that youth, that young man watching us? What will be your advice to him, to that leader listening to us? What is your candid advice to them?
The fact is, your future is greater than what you see right now. There are vast opportunities for any smart, hard-working person. The skills you are throwing away and throwing your life away with, you can actually channel it positively to do greater things. First thing you must realize that where you are today is the least place you can ever be. The chance to grow is there for you if you begin to take the right steps. There is nothing that is good that is free. The word says that to dig gold, you must dig deep. My advice to you is channel that source, that skill set, channel that into a very positive platform. You'll be amazed at what you can achieve. You'll be amazed that suddenly you that used to be dodgy can become a renowned person.
Viewers, I want to wrap up this interview, but I want to ask Mr. Valentine, what are your line of services? Can you just enumerate the things you do at 8 on the Sacked? People could have seen it on their cart, they could have seen the platform. What are the things you do?
I think one is, for example, mobile is our biggest forte.
Okay.
We designed the mobile, who pioneered mobile payment, not just in Africa, globally. Yeah, we started designing mobile phone applications when it was even non-existent. I think if we go back to 2002 and 2003, there was no Apple Store, there was no Google Play Store, but we had our apps that we developed with Java midlets that people can download on their phones and they can use it. And when Apple Store came up, we were the first to have a mobile payment and banking app called eTransact
Across the world.
on the Apple Store. I don't know of anyone that have done that. So mobile is indeed our biggest forte, and that is where we so if you look at, for example, in Nigeria and when you see Access Mobile or First Mobile, those are names that we coined.
Okay.
Because we developed these apps eventually for them. But today the banks have taken over their own apps and they can design their own apps. So we coined those things: GT Mobile, Access Mobile, First Mobile, U Mobile, Union Mobile. Just to differentiate each of them. So we provide a lot of mobile banking services, but also we provide card services. We have our own Genesis branded cards.
Okay.
Which is EMV that functions just like a Visa MasterCard.
Okay.
Even though we are also a partner of MasterCard, but it is local. It's not a card that you can use on international market. We're hoping that we get to a day whereby we can do that. But currently, it just work within our local markets where we operate.
Okay.
So we provide a lot of things for schools, a lot of things for our quest to reduce cash transaction also is enabled to build platform that enable school fees payment, in a very convenient form, both for the student and also for the school. So we build a lot of custom payment products for different kind of markets, to suit whatever the desire or whatever it is, the intention of that corporate or those organizations want to do.
Thank you very much for this. Do you also do online payments? Churches now do, organizations, churches, mosques, they now do, you pay from. Do you also?
No, we do that a lot. I mean, we're actually the first to set up a full e-commerce platform in Nigeria that enable you to make payment online. And we're provided for churches, enabling members to be able to pay directly from their website. We're not done on mobile, so you can actually do it from the mobile and make payment. I don't think I've ever given an offering in church for the past 15 years, cash, no. I've all done it from my mobile phone. And if I get to some other places, some churches that is not close by, I use the internet to do it, But so we do that. We do a lot of online.
So how do you intend to impact the younger generation? What are your plans to make sure that you build up people, upcoming entrepreneurs, people who are looking up to you as a mentor? How do you intend to encourage them to that?
Well, I think there's a couple of youths that I mentor, and we create forums also whereby we can get access to the youth to encourage them to see them move up. I've recently also just employed a very young team, under 30s. Early 20s, under 30s. And the idea is to build a team with the young people and impart them with the knowledge of what we do and how they can extend it. And I think it's working. And one other thing that we're going to start doing also, from a church base, for example, is to look at the youth fellowship and see where we impart a lot more knowledge. And I think that's what we're going to be doing. We need to find there are other ways we can still impart them, either setting up a forum whereby we meet with them to discuss with them, look at their challenges, see what need to be done, advise them, and encourage them to move forward. And where we need to support them, we'll support.
Thank you very much. Viewers, I want to say thank you to Mr. Valentine Obi for giving us this precious time. You might not understand the meaning of that statement, but it's not easy to track him down. Thank you, Mr. Valentine, for your time.
Thank you.
We appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
See you next time.
Thank you.